Preface. Someone who isn't working permanently for a company but is hired by different organizations to accomplish their task is known to be a freelancer, and the job that he undertakes is freelancing. For instance, there may be many companies who maintain websites and blogs, but an owner may not have the time to blog, yet needs his customers to interact with him and be aware of what is happening with his company. The owner hires a freelancer who writes for his websites, but his name isn't disclosed. Writing articles is not the only type of freelancing job that is available. Jobs such as graphic designing, photography, musicians, language translators, interpreters, virtual assisting, etc. are some of the other jobs. Some years back, when people used to look forward to having full-time jobs, there seems to be a drastic change in this thought, as they now seem to look forward to making money from the comforts of their home or working on their will and the time they like. Introduction. There are millions of people across the globe who freelance, and most of them are writers, translators, web developers and marketers. Seeing the demand of freelancers, there are people who thought of giving these freelancers platforms where they could connect. There are several websites that are afloat on the internet where one can look up for hiring based on one's skills and interest. The platforms guarantee that one is paid if the work is done. However, people also directly approach employers, and a contract could be drafted between the freelancer and the company for the services that they would be taking from the freelancer and the basis of their remuneration. Freelancing today is not only about writing and being ghost authors. There is a myriad of services and types of work that can be offered. The popularity has also led to several courses and certifications that can be pursued to increase the significance of the freelance work that one is doing. While freelancing may sound quite interesting and enticing, it isn't entirely true, as one would have to face the clients who may at times get quite picky and nasty when it comes to delivering jobs and getting paid for them. However, the perks still seem to take the points, as one has the option to choose the clients, set a schedule of choice, easy to begin and quite affordable. The pay that one would receive may be less as a fresher, but this will soon increase as one gains experience. Freelancers should also be ready to work at odd hours, as they would be working alone, and working from the comforts of one's home is quite distracting. However, there should be a proper balance achieved in both these. Organization and time management is what one should be looking forward to. Treat freelancing as business and the individual undertaking it as its owner, who needs to do all, will help it flourish and rise. Technologies, especially the internet, has made job searching for freelancers easy and more resourceful. Freelancers who earlier looked for jobs in newspapers and by rotating physical resumes can now sit on their computers or even smartphones and can locate any job online on the internet. They also get offered for jobs through emails, and most of them have to finish their jobs at home and send across the completed work through emails. With freelancing, people have learned how to balance their lifestyle. In fact, one of the reasons to why people freelance is to give time to their family. In a traditional permanent job, one not only gives 9 dedicated hours, but also works at home to fulfill required targets and reports. Freelancing provides flexibility of time and freedom to fulfill certain personal commitments, such as someone attending their daughter's ballet dance performance or son's football match, etc. Since internet allows one to work from home, one also has the freedom to travel anywhere and carry their work along to finish in case there is an urgent delivery date of a particular job. Chapter 1. How to start freelancing. Before one thinks about freelancing, it is important that one learns or masters a particular field once the field in which to freelance has been decided, such as learning CSS and HTML is beneficial for those who wish to freelance as web developers or web designers. It is hard to give numbers for people who are willing to let go of their traditional jobs and begin freelancing, but the count is definitely in millions throughout the globe. The organizations and companies also seem to have adapted the trend of hiring freelancers, as unlike the permanent employees, they don't have to bear extra facilities for them, such as saving on healthcare, office space, etc. While opting to start a new career is attractive, one should remember that there are bills to be paid and one needs to work hard to have them cleared. This is why many people begin their journey to freelancing while holding on to their day or night jobs. Once the desired sum begins to pour in, one can easily quit the day job and concentrate completely on freelancing their skills. Irrespective of the type of skill one selects, there will be competition and people from the same industry who will charge lesser than what one is asking for. Freelancing in writing and enrolling for websites where there are tens of thousands of people who are willing to write may not be a good idea. There are so many options for the employers, thus it is best that one selected an area where there is lesser competition and one's pay is not harmed. This doesn't mean that people who look forward to writing are discouraged. One may take it a step ahead and blog or write ebooks. Identify the potential clients and then make way to them. After working with some companies or organizations, one has a clear idea on which type of clients are best to work with. Of course, with time freelancers also get referrals, which helps in growth and familiarity of one's name. The targeted clients will pay, so one should pick wisely as to which client would be able to fulfill one's income goal. One shouldn't focus on the amount that other freelancers are charging, or instead one should be priced based on the value that one delivers. If a freelancer has the ability of delivering high-quality work that no one else could, then there is no such thing as charges are quite high. One should be able to justify the work delivered. However, overvaluing should be refrained from. A high-quality portfolio should be afloat on the internet. Online presence on business websites with references and recommendations from previous clients should all be present. From one's education to examples of the kind of work undergone should all be mentioned. Pick projects that can be handled and those that one is completely sure of accomplishing in the best possible way. Too many projects will divert one's mind while also be a hurdle in the delivery of job at the desired time of the client. One should learn to master the art of presenting oneself in front of the clients, whether it is through an email or a personal meeting. The first impression truly matters. Always finish jobs on time and deliver quality work if one aspires to sustain as a freelancer in the market. Chapter 2. Types of freelancing jobs. There is a wide range of freelancing jobs that can be undertaken. Here are some of them. Graphic designer. Someone who combines pictures and texts in an innovative and stylish way for magazines, brands, advertisements, websites, books, etc. is known as a graphic designer, and their creations are referred to as graphic designs. Graphic designs give an organization or a company a visual presentation. It becomes the face of the company and people recognize the companies or businesses through these designs. One should begin from the basics such as learning how to draw and write before proceeding to the more detailed such as Photoshop and Illustrator. One also should know the type of designing that he or she is interested in, such as websites, mobile apps, logo design, infographics, etc. One can earn quite well if the client is impressed. There are endless advertisements and designing projects in companies. There is a lot of scope for a graphic designer, especially since the internet is here and online business is booming. However, once an individual engages in freelance work, the learning shouldn't stop, as there is a different way of implementing things and different settings that keep showing up on the programs that one is using. The graphic designers need to be updated with the latest software that are in the market. Creativity, along with computer skills, is what a graphic designer must possess. Teaching and tutoring. Teaching has always been a noble profession, and the teachers and tutors of today have taken this profession to an all-new level. Although there are many who like to be associated with one college or school and have a permanent job, there are thousands of others who seem to think differently. With visual methods of imparting education gaining popularity, there are many children who can be reached in different regions or to those who wish to study from home. One can have their own website and design different fun and easy ways of teaching their students. One can also shoot instructional videos on different courses that they are expert in and upload. The remuneration would be the charges paid by the students to watch the entire course. Keeping some videos chargeable while some free is a good choice. From music lessons to special mathematics classes, a teacher can freelance with anything. The payments are usually on hourly basis or one-time fixed payments depending upon the type of tutoring or teaching required. Besides offering online services, one can also work with different organizations or schools depending as part-timers. A tutor would definitely be drawing in more money as compared to a teacher. Web development and designing. A web developer can also be a web designer, but at times both these people can be different too. Even though there are some resemblances in accomplishing these two, they are quite distinct as well. A web developer will build a website from scratch and the knowledge of JavaScript, HTML, CSS, jQuery, etc. Computer scripts is compulsory for them as these are computer languages in which the programs for a website is set. A website designer, on the other hand, works on graphic design such as InDesign, Illustrator, etc. with coding to make the website functional. A website designer will have a strong hold on concepts of typography, space relationships, color, and user experience. However, web designers shouldn't be confused with graphic designers. There is a thin line that differentiates between these two professions. While website designers are restricted to websites, graphic designers have more freedom of medium as they are not bound by speed, programming, and resolution. For a freelancer in this area, one can develop their skills to accomplish both tasks. This day, an individual doesn't have to depend on another person to finish his or her work in order to have the website up and running. However, this entirely depends on how well an individual can manage both these tasks. None of the jobs are easy, and both require thorough and deep knowledge about each one. Virtual assistant. Someone who offers services to an organization or a company remotely is known as a virtual assistant. Online businesses or small businesses having a single owner look forward to virtual assistants as they don't wish to have people in their location yet have the need for someone who can accomplish all their official work. Just like any ordinary support staff, a virtual assistant also does all types of work such as managing emails, social media, research, calendar management, travels, writing work, managing website, customer service, etc. Virtual assistants usually earn on an hourly basis or on a contractual basis. Sometimes they specialize in certain skills such as marketing or real estate. Besides having a good profile on LinkedIn or a website of own for online presence, a virtual assistant should also check for the business license in the country or city they are living in so they can pursue their work without any obstructions. Other than qualification, a virtual assistant is expected to be friendly, resourceful, honest, dependable, multitasking, and accurate. Clients depend on them for several things, and failing to do a specific job is not what should be on their list. This would harm one's reputation, and other companies would be reluctant to hire the individual. Remember, the market has several virtual assistants who are looking forward to grab such opportunities. Language translators. Learning languages could be difficult, but for those who are determined, it is not an impossible task. For those who are masters in other languages, freelancing as a language translator is one of the best jobs in this list. Some of the highest paid languages other than English include Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, Arabic, French, Russian, Korean, Swedish, Portuguese, and German. It is important to have a degree in the language that is to be pursued as a career. One can translate CVs, technical material, government documents, etc., if they are working from home. For those who specialize in specific subjects such as physics, chemistry, etc., can take up translating jobs for authors. There are many companies who look forward to having translators for a short period to translate for their international clients. Schools also look forward to having translators for various related jobs. The remuneration as a language translator is quite high, and it also happens to be one of the most enjoyable freelancing jobs that one could have. Lawyering. A freelance lawyer can be said to be one who accomplishes distinct assignments for attorney clients. They work from their own office or home and are completely self-employed. Freelance lawyers gather their own assignments and bill their clients directly. Earlier, freelance lawyers were retired practitioners, parents who had to stay home for kids, or those who were shutting between jobs. Things seem to have taken a different turn entirely, as now full-time lawyers seem to have quit their jobs to pursue freelance lawyering. Lawyers are people who clearly need a lot of time to build their clientele. There are some who quickly climb the stairs, but on an average they do require a few years. Once a strong circle of clients has been formed, there is no looking back for a lawyer. Big organizations have so many legal matters to look into and require the help of experienced lawyers. A good website and reviews from previous or present clients come in handy while getting work. There is also the word of mouth, which does most of the marketing job for a freelance lawyer. A freelance lawyer should hold the necessary degree that permits the practice of lawyering. Public relations. For organizations big and small, public image is everything. After all, if they are the consumers or users of products and services these organizations offer. Being a public relations manager or consultant for an organization is a respectable job. A public relations person will have different tasks to undertake, such as liaison with colleagues and important spokespeople, analyze media coverage, write and edit the organization's in-house magazines, plan and develop PR strategies, liaison and answer the media or other organizations through emails or in person or telephone, manage the reputation of the organization in case of a situation when the name of the company is at stake, maintain and update the information on the website of the organization, increase communal relations through different events, etc. are some of the job roles of a public relations person. There may be more or less job roles depending upon the company. Companies put up requirements on websites and jobs can be applied from here. A public relations freelancer should possess some skills such as ability to negotiate, skilled at writing and marketing, brand management skills, etc. A freelancer in public relations should hold a relevant degree before one can start practicing. Degree from a well-known institute and good experience matters a lot when it comes to being remunerated. Transcription. A transcriber is someone who undertakes the job of converting audio to written words. From movies to speeches, anything that needs to be written down in words, an audio transcriber will do it. There is a range of fields that use the help of transcriber to have their job done: medical, legal, corporate, students, teachers, etc. Those who are well versed in 2 languages can earn more. There are usually 2 types of transcriptions. One is where the words spoken are written down, and the other one is a little more complex, as the transcriber also needs to edit and refine the audio and write it down the main points in a better way than it has actually been said. Transcription is not easy and will consume several hours. For instance, an hour of audio where there are many speakers may take up to 4 hours to transcribe for someone who is experienced. For those who are new at it would need more time. The pay of the transcribers is good, and they may charge $100 to begin with. Some transcribers also charge per word. Depending on one's experience and ease, the customer can be billed. For a freelancer, there is not much investment that is required. However, one needs to have a good and comfortable headphones. Also, the job that the clients will provide may be through different mediums, and one should be prepared for them. Many freelancers have executive communication systems installed so they can work comfortably and finish their jobs on time. Law offices and medical clinics have several transcriptions jobs, although they may have bigger firms that they are working with, but one can try to negotiate with them. Professors and movie students are always on the lookout for people who can write for them. Online websites, newspaper columns, etc. offer transcription jobs. Data entry jobs. All that is required in data entry jobs is a computer. Data entry jobs can be both offline and online, and internet connection may or may not be required. There are hundreds of websites and agencies that offer data entry works. Government offices and telecommunication companies are always looking forward to people who wish to earn from data entry. Ensure that the websites that are signed up for data are well known. There are many scandalous people and websites that get the job done and then don't pay. There are different types of data entry that can be expected, such as online form filling, entering information in a database, creating emails or reports or letters, entering data in a software from a list of items given, etc. YouTube celebrity. YouTube has become quite a sensation. There are millions of viewers that are on YouTube watching videos for recipes, beauty, household tips, DIYs, songs, movies, electronic hacks and so many others. All that is required is to type what one is looking for and YouTube displays a series of results. There are different ways to earn money through it, but for that, one first have to become famous by uploading videos. This depends on what somebody is good at. Once an individual has a certain number of views, they can start monetizing with ads. YouTube offers YouTube Red subscription to users who pay a certain amount to watch ad-free videos. A YouTuber is paid a certain amount based on how many times your video is watched and spread by the YouTube Red members. When the viewers watch ads, the money starts coming in. Big companies are always on social media and they look out for people who have quite a number of followers. They look forward to promote their brand with YouTube sensations. They can pitch these brands on their videos. The companies pay well for things like this. They also offer their services or products in exchange for the promotion. A YouTube sensation can also sell merchandise through their channel. Voice acting. There are many who have been gifted with a good voice. They have received compliments and one can use this opportunity to earn. One can begin by recording their voice to promote their talent. There are opportunities in the industry where one can voice for cartoons, dub for foreign language films, puppet shows, audio dramas or ads. Although people from a theatrical background can do well in such areas, but there are several who do well without any training and become a pro at it. There are some good websites that offer such jobs, but local newspapers can also be browsed to look up for this type of work. Voice actors are incredibly gifted and there is a lot of demand for them. If looked for correctly, there are immense opportunities that await them. Article writing. The list of freelancing jobs would be incomplete without writers. This is one of the most sought freelancing jobs and there are millions of article writers who freelance from the comforts of their homes. Some have been doing it for years and their earnings are quite high. However, there are newbies who also aspire to become freelance writers and they charge lesser rates compared to what the experienced writers do. People with good command over their language and field of expertise are in demand. Also, once the clientele is built, work will never stop pouring in. Not each one is gifted with the skill of writing. Websites, companies, bloggers, authors, students and individuals are always looking for writing work. There are many prominent websites that offer platform to both the employers and writers. Going through websites is a safe option as this way one's money is always safe. For those who are working with companies and businesses directly should sign an agreement or contract with their employers. Marketing. Marketing can get a lot of commissions smart effort goes in. Tailored products and services attract attention and increase sales. The products could be anything from insurance to a refrigerator. Every business or organization needs a marketing section. There is need to market products to achieve the sale target. Experienced marketers are always treated better in terms of payouts. The thinking of most people to why businesses choose to use freelance marketers is just to save cost. However, there is an entirely different approach to this. Marketing is valuable for any business, and owners want people to understand the importance of sales and the need of personal touch in the field of marketing that a freelance marketer can do better than anyone else. Freelancers understand that they cannot lose on clients and they will give them jobs always, which is why they put in extra efforts to complete the demand of their customers and clients. Logo designing. Business companies, startups, locals, foundations, communities, etc. all need a logo. A logo is a face of the company or group that is running it. Logo should be special and unique and different so the people immediately recognize it while they are purchasing goods or services. With logo comes trust and reliability. Users buy the product if they see the company's logo. Logo designing is quite simple and becomes easier to put it into practice if an individual is creative. Learning it is so easy that one can learn it online. There are many websites that offer beginners courses for which one can enroll. Once done, there are many platforms where people offer instant cash if you design them a unique logo. If your job is recognized, you will have work flowing in from all over. Social media specialist. All companies realize the importance of a social media marketer as it helps in driving traffic, boosts sales and augments online reputation. Owners don't have the time to manage social websites and look for people who can do this for them effectively. If marketing and advertising are a significant part of online marketing plans, in the course social media is about people, chats and developing leads and deals from those interactions. A social media manager is an extremely enthused, resourceful person with a passion to connect with present and prospect customers. The passion can be seen when the social media manager interacts with the people every day with a target of converting these fans to customers for the company. The success of a social media specialist depends on the community headship and participation displayed by them. The most important thing is to communicate to the people the company's brand in a realistic way so that it attracts buyers. All content-related assets of a company needs to be managed by a social media manager. Some jobs of a social content manager may include administering the creation and publication of appropriate and quality content, scheduling publishing, timely marketing campaigns, identifying and bettering structural growth aspects which will improve content such as training of employees, promotion of content through social advertising, etc. A social media specialist is an important job, and people freelancing in this career have both respect and a good career. If you manage to get into a big organization, then you will be enriching your resume. Photography. The world seems to have drifted from texts to pictures. They digest pictures easily and draw meaning out of it quickly. One could begin with clicking pictures for family and friends and move ahead with bigger occasions such as weddings or other important ceremonies, and further to clicking for companies, especially those related to fashion. Since everyone believes in the internet, a freelance photographer should also have a website with daily updates of pictures. Random clicked photos are always considered natural and preferred by everyone. A day on the road or public transport will get you different faces, moods, emotions or objects. A good camera is what one should be carting everywhere they go. Some shots are click-worthy and missing to capture it is a crime. Companies are willing to pay handsomely for pictures that match their criteria and will help in attracting customers or impress them. Blogging. If given time and had patience, blogging can become a fixed source of income for bloggers. Expect nothing from the first few months, at least. Give it at least a couple of years. High-quality content is the key to attracting viewers to your blog. Blogging can be done on a variety of subjects: travel, food, beauty tips, lifestyle, household tips, etc. Bloggers are also active on social media. They use the social media platform to attract viewers. Once there is a fixed traffic that begins to come to a website, the blogger can then move ahead to a new level where they can start making money. Affiliate income is one such way of earning money. The bloggers place sale links on their website, and if visitors follow this link and buy the product, the blogger gets a commission. Placing ads on website is also a way to monetize. Recurring income can be charged from viewers who pay a certain amount to access premium content. Sell your product through blogs, such as ebooks or t-shirts, etc. The journey of making money through blogging requires a blogger to be smart to understand the different ways on how money can be earned, while also upholding the trust of their blog's visitors and customers. Game developer. Someone expert in programming languages can become a game developer. Games are in demand, and with latest technological gears made available, playing games have become both exciting and adventurous. Developing a game would include writing a story, concept, audio, coding, visual arts, design, programming, production, etc. A game developer should always be updated with the latest software, application, and technology that is available. While there are gaming companies that hire game developers full-time, most prefer freelancing as they are more creative at their work when they are not bound by rules. On a different note, most companies don't like to hire full-time game developers just to work on a single project, so they have contractual developers working for them. Recruitment. There will always be demand for manpower and freelancing, as a recruiter happens to be a decent way to earn. A freelance recruiter is an individual who is hired by an organization or business to hire employees for the company. These recruiters are paid on percentage basis, which is usually a certain percentage of the salary candidates that get recruited. There are online websites that offer a platform for the companies and freelance recruiters to connect with each other and take matters ahead from there. A valid degree that lets you do the job of a recruiter must be present. Besides, websites, local businesses and companies can also be approached for work. Online presence is a must by any freelance recruiter. This is not only for you to get a job, but also to find people for recruitment. Physical therapist. Therapists assist people with physical problems or injuries to get back their body movement and gain back control of the injured parts. They also design a set of exercises, stretching, training and other physical managements to help the people recover. Physical therapists earn on an hourly basis. They should have a degree in physical therapy. The basic one is a 3-year bachelor's degree. Those who wish to pursue further may also attain a master's degree. A physical therapist should be patient, energetic and observant while they are pursuing their work with their patients. Physical therapists also have a responsibility towards the well-being of the patients they are taking care of. They should be responsible and ensure that they undertake their jobs in the best possible way. Finance writing. Someone who creates educational content based on finance and market commentary for both web publishing and printing is known as a finance writer. From writing on educational finance topics to textbooks, a finance writer can do anything. Market commentary includes writing a personal opinion on governmental problems or new businesses. Big publishing houses always look out for financial writers. They usually like to get their work done online. A finance writer has experience of working as an analyst, as a stockbroker or a portfolio manager, experience at the securities industry basically. They could also have experience as reporters, print publications or junior financial writers. Financial writers have the ability to create logical copy and ask investigating questions, just like a probing journalist. The person should also have the knowledge to make complicated financial transactions and language easy for others to understand. A finance writer should have the ability to write in their own customized way to distinguish it from other writers. They should also be able to mold in with the type of writing the particular publishing house uses for which they are writing. You have to have the necessary degree and experience to start finance writing. A steady internet connection and laptop or computer is a must for this type of job. Accountant. A freelance accountant handles all types of financial accounts of their clients. Small or big businesses or solo entrepreneurs generally look for freelance accountants. An accountant examines the cash transactions. If your working hours are flexible, you would be able to have clients across the globe. Some responsibilities of an accountant would be to calculate the details of tax returns, ensure that the financial laws practiced by the business are in line with the law, record all data about sales, purchases, bills, profit and loss, expenses, etc., make the balance sheet and also tally the accounts on weekly or monthly basis, or as the accountant decides what is best. An accountant's job is not only an important one, but also pays quite well. With experience, the pay of an accountant becomes higher and they also get important clients. CV writing. A CV is the door to one's job. It is also the face of one's life, in short. From personal details to experience of previous job, everything is jotted down in 2 pages. A CV should be detailed, but also an impressive one. There are some people who have the talent of writing in a remarkable way. CV writers are freelancers who excel in writing jobs. They can either charge per CV or per hour. Chapter 3. Interesting facts about freelancing. Just a few years ago, a permanent job was valuable and freelancing was not considered important, but today there are probably millions who are freelancing and are earning a steady income and doing pretty well. Here are some interesting facts about freelancing. Most of freelancer jobs were not there 10 years ago. Jobs were created when there was development in technology and internet. Article writing, virtual teachers, blogging, etc. were all confined to the traditional ways. People were dependent on print media to see recipes or visit a good place. Hiring people and working with them has become quite easy. There were many who had hidden skills but couldn't show it. Today, they have opportunity to show their skills to the world and also earn from it. More than half freelancers have multiple sources of income. People look forward to working for more than one job rather than be stuck with one permanent job. Full-time freelancing gives them variety and time schedule, which is why they prefer to take over more than 2 jobs to maintain a steady income. About 60% freelancers freelance by choice. The thought is that freelancing is taken when someone doesn't get a permanent job. However, this thought seems to be quite different. People get into freelancing just because they like to be free and wish to work for people who they like. Freelancers work for 36 hours a week on an average. An average man who has a permanent job will work for 47 hours in a week. Freelancers work 36 hours per week. They also tend to draw about the same amount and sometimes more than the regular workers. Freelancer Union. Sarah Horowitz found the Freelancers Insurance Company in 2008. It is wholly owned by the union who provide independent workers with health insurance. In 2014, the union launched the National Benefits Platform for all freelancers in America, which included insurance for life, dental, liability, disability and retirement. Till date, there are more than 300,000 members that are enjoying the benefits of the union. Conclusion. Freelancing is dominating the market today, and there are more people who are freelancing rather than holding traditional 9-to-5 jobs. The workforce of today is more fragmented. More than half of the working class people are freelancing in some or the other area. The ability and the want to earn through different areas of work have made freelancing popular. Today, freelancing seems to have crept over in every area. The opportunities seem to expand as the employers seem to find it easy to get their work done without having to offer extra benefits or provide extra space and office amenities to them. Freelancing is no more a necessity. It has become a choice which people don't wish to forego even if they are offered more in the form of traditional jobs.